Hope you find lots of fun and lots of usefulness in this technique, and please subscribe because subscriptions make me happy and I'll keep on making these videos and sharing knowledge with you. This is going to show you how to use AI with After Effects to create awesome scenes, such as turning around your scene. First, go to skyboxesblockades.com and generate a scene. And you just do that by going to the URL in this box, type up something that you want to dream of, and maybe you want to go visit a Hawaiian jungle. Keep it simple to start with. Use some negative prompts, and hopefully you will have a jungle without people, without buildings, without streets. Some things you don't want to show up in the middle of your jungle. If you want it to look realistic, scroll down and choose Scenic, and click Generate and see what it comes up with. But I should have done one thing before I clicked Generate. And I'll show you where to correct this. Awesome scene. Really want to use this. Well, I should have wrote no path, but paths are good, right? Lead you places. You need to generate depth map. Without that, it's just a regular 3D image, which is very cool. In another video, I'll show you how to use that easily in After Effects as well. But we're looking to use AI, depth maps, and things like that to get our 3D scene going in After Effects. So I'm going to click remix this, and I'm not going to change much because I really just wanted my map right here. So clicking on remix, and now here's scene. It's roughly the same. You can see the path has changed, but I like this. I can do a lot with this one. Click on download. Now that you have generate depth map, when you download it, you'll get two files. After you download both the files, open them in Photoshop, and you just need to do a quick size adjustment to the grayscale image. This image size, 6144 by 3072. So set the next image size to the same number, 6144 by 3072. Click on OK. Resave out this image, and now you're ready to bring it to After Effects. Drag the grayscale image that was resized and the original colorized image right into your projects area. Now drag both of these down into a new composition area. To make the pseudo 3D happen from the generated AI images, remember that we used the grayscale one. That was very important to export. First, flip the order, making sure the color image is on the bottom. Turn off the little eyeball for seeing the grayscale image because it's there as a reference. Under Effects and Presets, type in Displace and drag the displacement map to the lower layer, and that's the colorized layer. For the displacement map layer, use the grayscale image, and for both horizontal and vertical, pick luminance. Luminance, and then we're ready to go. Set a keyframe for max horizontal, max vertical displacement. Go a few frames later, say 30 frames, make it a 1-second animation, and I'm going to pull this scene down by increasing the vertical displacement closer to the jungle floor. Now we could start a little higher, going back to frame 0, and instead of 5, go to the negative numbers, lift it up a little bit. Let's take a look at this animation. It's getting to buffer. Don't worry, it will work quicker the second time around. There we go. That's looking pretty good for that 1 second of animation. Adjusting the easing. Pressing the U key to expose the keyframe. I'm going to right-click this and select Keyframe Assistant. I know it's off screen. Let me lift up Project. This way you can see the wonderful menu option. So right-click, Keyframe Assistant. You could do ease in and ease out. Want to ease into this key. Instead of full resolution, I'm going to do half resolution, make it go a little quicker. And there's our preview. As it eases into that point, I could drag that key to the 60 frame mark, which is 2 seconds later. Not looking pretty good. And then you can continue your animation. Now I just did vertical. Go back and do the same thing for horizontal. I already placed the key in here for horizontal, but at frame 0, maybe I'll just twist it a little bit like this. So we see the path, and by frame 60 on the other end, rotate it a little bit to get a little more of that stream into the shot. So now we have the shot looking like this. And we can start to add other effects to this, whether it's a flying bird, falling leaves, some God rays. This is your background plate that was made through the use of AI to give this scene depth. And so you have a lot more control and a lot more fun in After Effects. Hope you enjoyed this fusion of AI thanks to Skybox, blockades.com, and After Effects, and using the displacement map to change things up. I tried a little earlier and it was a very cool image. Let me just pull this in. So you get 2 for the price of 1 today. How's that? Oh, this is free, so what price, right? You get two different versions of this. So here earlier, I made this scene, and I'm going to open with Photoshop. I'll do the same thing under image size. I believe it's 6144. It is. Great. So this grayscale one has to be the same thing. Image size, 6144. Save this out, file, and then after I do this, I'll combine the 2 scenes together. I think that will be fun. File, export, save for web and legacy. It just looks gray, but that's okay. That's what you're looking for in this image. I'll just call it gray 2, but I should add the word beach on it or something, so this way, I'll remember which file belongs where. Jumping back to the project area right here, I need to import these. I need to import the files. So beach 2 and the original beach here, and just drag them in. I'm going to put this on new composition, then I'll combine the 2 compositions together. All right. Great way to learn, doing something 2 or 3 times. This way you know you did it correctly. Starting new composition. The way I'll start my new composition is to find the beach scene. I'll just drag it to the comp icon down here, like that. And I'll drag the gray beach right above it. You can see a little bit of the beach here, tree over here, and things like that. A little harder to tell in this one. The bottom layer again, displacement map, dragging on to that color image right here, and choosing the grayscale above it. Setting both to luminance, luminance, and luminance. Clicking on wrap pixels around. Give it a little test. Make sure things look cool, and they do look cool, don't they? And I'll start this shot, maybe, it'll be one of those that continues to fall, and then we'll pick up with the falling in the jungle. All right, so we'll start it up here, and let me put a keyframe for the vertical and the horizontal. And just like before, let me see how long this one is, and this one is 2 seconds long. So I'll make sure the composition settings, set this to 60 frames, which is 2 seconds. At the other end of time, right here, I'll lower. And I'll move it this way. And there is a house on this one. Forgot to type in the negative prompt, no houses, no structures, and things like that. Let's take a look at this. All right, let's combine the 2 together. So make a new composition, new composition. It's going to be 1920 by 1080. I'll make this composition 120 frames, which is 4 seconds long. Going back to the project window right here, and I'm going to call this one the final. It's not really the final, but you work your way towards the final. Here's my beach scene, and in my final, which is here, I'm just going to drag my beach scene down here. And then I'll drag the jungle scene right above it. I'll move the playback head right there. Press the bracket key on the keyboard, the left bracket key. We'll jump that layer where the position of the pointer is. So now we have this quick cut, which could be fun. If you want a little more of a transition going, and then maybe I want to pick up the motion of sliding this way a little more. Well, a little bit more transition, just overlap those two like this. And in here, we could do step pulling out effect. On the top layer, press the T key for transparency. Press the stopwatch right there for the first keyframe. Press right here, a little keyframe toggle in between to put that next key. I'm going to jump back to that original key and set its opacity down to 0. So we have this quick transition. Maybe it's a little too quick. See it happening? If I need it more, I'll just drag this one this way, over here. Now let's take a look. All right, a little softer. I like the abruptness, so you can do a lot with that. I'm showing you how you can make softer transitions, quick opacity things. Hope you find lots of fun and lots of usefulness in this technique, and please subscribe because subscriptions make me happy, and I'll keep on making these videos and sharing knowledge with you.